for sure, we would appreciate the immediate response of the latter, or the Honda cars. And then, because of that immediate response they provided, it would somehow give you confidence on their service, since they are prompt in giving a response. So basically, nowadays, it is important for companies to answer requires or inquiries in the most efficient or fastest way. As you can see, as I've told you that I'm working in a call center today. Of course, I'm working part-time here. So part of my work, or my main work, is to read emails and actually don't receive emails. I just read emails which agents receive. So I just audit them. I just look if the format they use is correct. I just read their chats. They actually, we have email support. So customers emails the company for some information, and then these agents which I audit would reply to them. Of course, you would some customers would say that I've been sending emails to you for several times and I don't receive any reply. So now I'm thinking of transferring to another company. So with that statement, you would see that customers are also expecting companies to reply to them immediately, as soon as possible, because companies should also take in consideration those things, because they might lose clients because of replying on just because of not replying to their letters. So anyways, we would discuss further those. So here are some important points. Let's see. So here are some important points in writing a letter of response. So we should be prompt. Of course, I think I've already pointed that thing. Be prompt, be specific, and of course, be polite. Okay, so be prompt. As mentioned, it is quite rude to keep people waiting for answers. Thus, many companies believe in the importance of promptness. Send out replies within 24 to 48 hours upon receipt. As you can see, most of the biggest companies, or the most advanced companies today, usually give out replies within this span of time. So, since they believe that since they believe that it's important to provide replies promptly, so the good turnaround time would be 24 to 48 hours upon receipt of, upon receipt of the letter of inquiry. Okay, it's jammed. Okay, there you go. Okay, so then be specific. Definite answers to questions or requests in clear and understandable language help avoid waste and delays. Catalogs or brochures may also provide other specific details. Okay, so be specific with what you are responding. So be specific or be responsive to the questions provided in the letter sent to you. So you can send in brochures and catalogs to make sure that the answer of the inquiry of the writer, of your reader, is answered appropriately. And then be polite. There is no need to insult the writer just because the inquiry is vague or not well thought of. Being patient would be appreciated. So being polite. For example, somebody wrote you and then his inquiry is not that clear. So no need to write. Unfortunately, for example, you receive a letter about a person inquiring about, asking you about certain details about your company, and then you would about your company, and then you would reply, I'm sorry to inform you that since the letter you sent is not that clear, we are unable to provide you information since we don't know what you really intend to ask from us. So basically, that would somehow result to being rude, as it somehow insulted the reader's capacity to make a clear distinction of what he's inquiring about. So the best way in that, for example, the reader or the one inquiring presented a vague presentation of what he wants, it would be better for you to provide general information about what he needs, or shall we say, try to assume things that you think that the writer or the one inquiring would like to inquire about. So try to assume things, and then at the end of the letter you would not just write in that if ever you have any further information, please don't hesitate to write us back, or shall we say, have I answered your questions? If not, please write us back, and then we'll be happy to answer more questions that you have. So something like that. So it would show that you're polite, you're professional, and then that you are willing to help if ever he has further inquiries about the subject he's trying to inquire about. So be polite. Now we'll be discussing about the memorandum. Okay, so in contrast to letters which go to readers outside an organization, the memorandum or inter-office correspondence is written within a business concern, and it usually follows in a specific form. I already have an example of this. I will be posting it later on your portal, so you can see the example of a memorandum. Okay, so the memorandum, or memo for short, can be a powerful time-saving communication device for more efficient office work. It maintains the flow of information across up or down the levels or ranks of an organization. Okay, so it helps keep a ready record of office activities, changes, policies, etc., which becomes particularly handy in bringing an office newcomer up to date. In short, memos help minimize confusion, inconsistency, and misunderstanding. There you go. So memos are less formal than. So here are some characteristics of a memo. Less formal than letters, requires less time to prepare, should be clear and accurate, contains one topic. So memos are less formal than letters and may require less time to compose. Although memos should be clear and accurate, they usually do not have to be as polished as letters and may be handwritten to save time. They normally contain one topic which is indicated in the subject line. So the memo heading consists of the date, the to, the from, and the subject. The body, which is a single space, is in block style, beginning a double space below the heading. So after the heading, double space, and then it should be a single space, and then it's presented in the block style of a format. Opening should contain information that would most beneficial to the receiver. Okay, so here's an example of a memo. Let's zoom in a bit. So there you go. So a memo, then you see. Go to, you can see the to, the from, and then CC date, the shall we say the subject, so it's an incident report, and then the message itself. So somehow just like a letter.